Dave, obviously today's our final day in the Netherlands. 8 days worth of training and matches. How do you think this week's gone?
Very well. Really pleased with the players, their application, their effort, the work we managed to get on the training pitch, and then to see that come out in the 2 games is obviously very pleasing. I think the integration of the new players has also been great. And all in all, can't ask for anything more. The facilities, we've been very lucky. The facilities are brilliant here. 2 very good pitches we're able to use every day. The hotel was good, food was good, so from my point of view, no complaints at all.
Supporters will hopefully have seen the training session where we mic'd you up and a lot of the content throughout the week as well. But just give us an extra insight into what you wanted to get out of this week here.
I think it's the biggest thing for me is a lot of people knew me already, but never really seen me having to lead and actually put my own ideas across all the time. The new players coming in have only ever seen me doing this now. So it was good to get the opportunity to get everyone together and really understand how I see it moving forward and what I expect for them, and also what I expect for them and what they expect for us. So I think that was good. Also good because we've got new staff, so all the new staff coming together, gelling with the original staff that was already here. So it really puts us in a good position now, and the full focus and attention now moves towards Elgin, with a good week back at HTC to prepare for that. So now I'm really pleased with how everything's went, and hopefully that we can kick on when we get back now.
Yeah, you mentioned the integration of the new players. We were speaking off camera, talking about Warren O'Hara, Marvin Ekpateta as well, the fact that they're always with different groups, which is great to see, and the kind of culture that you want to set in that dressing room.
Yeah, it's interesting that you noticed that, because I've noticed that a lot. Every time I've walked into a room or went and seen the lads sitting having a coffee, they're always in different groups, and I think that's great, because normally, or it can be natural when new players sort of go together initially, but the fact that I've always seen them in different groups, but that also speaks very highly of the group we've got here already. As I've said before, a lot of good people, good players at the club that really welcome new players to come in, and I've been really pleased with how that's went.
Yeah, obviously we've had 2 games as well. I'll start with the PAOK game, obviously with it being the most recent. What did you want to see from your players within that match, and then how pleased were you with the way that they applied themselves?
Firstly, it was always going to be a difficult test. The conditions didn't help that as well, and I knew it was going to be a completely different challenge to the first game we had, and the main preparation focus was a different shape, which is going to be important. I've talked about that a lot, about being flexible and adaptable. So to have an opportunity to play against a top team and test ourselves in a different way, and I like to focus on without the ball, but then also how we wanted to play out against it at times, and how we wanted to keep the ball when we had it. That was the thing. It wasn't just a case of giving it straight back. So to show that composure and confidence and belief that we've got the ball, and I think all in all, exactly what we wanted to do. Is a really good exercise for us. And then when you go back to the first game, the original one, that was more of a focus on just reaction to losing the ball. How can we play with a quick tempo and intensity, different way of playing with a different formation. But in both games, the vital thing at the moment is to get minutes in the legs. That's and safely. So get hard work into the players as much as we can, safely into them, and everyone's, as I say, preparing for a real good week now that we can turn our attention towards Elgin.
Yeah, you've only obviously had 2 weeks, I think, on the grass with the players since the return from pre-season. How pleased are you with the way that they've taken on board your ideas and implemented them into match scenarios, obviously because of the short time period?
Yeah, I think you've seen that in the 2 games that we've worked on. There were 2 very different ways of playing. And even when it didn't come off, the pleasing thing for myself and the coaches is everything we actually asked them to do, they tried. Now, even when there's mistakes there, this is where you need to do it, this is where you need to learn from them. But the confidence and the ability of the players to be able to go and do it, from our point of view as coaches, is all we can ask for. And then the application and the effort and work rate that was always there, and something that we always demand every single day in training. We train really hard with intensity, because I believe you train the way you play. I think it's not something you can just switch on and off. And that's been the message at the start of this, well, for the last 2 weeks really, but it's something that they've responded really well to. And as I said, I'm very pleased with how things are going at the moment, and looking now to build and really push on now.
Yeah, you talk about pushing on. Obviously the first competitive game of the season is just around the corner against Elgin. I guess obviously we fly back tonight, and then tomorrow full preparation starts for that match.
Yeah, we're in tomorrow. I think that's another huge benefit of coming here. It's only an hour on the flight. So we'll be back quickly, and again straight in tomorrow, normal week, working week for us. We trained this morning before we fly, So as everyone's geared up towards that first competitive game, which is what the message has been for the last 2 weeks, it'll be a completely different challenge again for the players. We need to quickly make sure the new players as well fully understand what we're going into, which will be a difficult test, different way of playing, against a team that, you know, it's 3 or 4 hours away travel. We need to make sure we do everything right and prepare them properly for that, and make sure they're fully prepared to what we're going to face.
100%. Thank you for speaking to us.
Thanks very much.